All right, well, I had a comment from someone to start with Slyly and Xylil for the ultimate challenge. Now, I've had several of these ultimate challenge or hardest challenge or things in the past. We've even used Slyly and Xylil in the past. I'm not sure if we've used them together. I can't remember for sure, but we've used them separately for sure. But sure, let's do it again. Why not? Slyly, everyone's favorite words, Slyly and Xylil. Okay, and as expected, got very little from it. So, now if we were doing Don't Wordle, I'm sure we would have had an L and a Y because that's the way that goes. But we did get the S, which is interesting. Now, you know, the most likely spot for an S is at the end, except not in Wordle because, as everybody reminds me at least once a day, generally plurals are not allowed. Or at least not included as answers. They're allowed for guesses. So, if we're not gonna put the S at the end, what would be good? Risen would probably be good. That's some good letters, and a new spot for the S. Let's go with that. Okay. Well, interesting. So, I mean, S second is possible, but feels less likely, because you'd almost have to have a vowel at the beginning, unless you do something like, you know, czar, but then you'd have to have czars. Could do AS, but then assure, but there's no E. So maybe we need to do something RST. That would be good. Worst would work. Could also do worst with a U. We can't do IRST, so what about ARST? What would that be? There's probably something there, but I don't like that as well. Worst is not the worst guess, I don't think. Because we know there's an R and an S. T is pretty good. Let's go with worst. Ooh, okay, so it's not gonna be SR, pretty much for sure. So it's gotta be R, probably ROS. Ooh, we could do an H maybe? I don't really like that. What about a P? It's gonna be at the end there. I mean, the O could be at the end. We could do, what, like, SO or USO or OSO. But the R has to be second. What about C? Oh, no. It could be cross. So we can have an S at the end. See, this not putting S's at the end thing can cause trouble because there could be words with S's at the end that aren't plural. Ooh. Okay, but now it could be cross, it could be gross. I think dross might be a word. I'm not confident that's how it's spelled though. And maybe pros, but I don't think so. Pros is a word, I don't think pros is a word. So I'm thinking gross, cross, and dross. Now, dross is a little obscure, so I'm thinking it's cross or gross. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Crags, which is gonna check for the S at the end, a C and a G. I think it's gonna be the C or the G, but just in case I'm completely off base, I wanna check for the A and the S at the end, and I mean, this guarantees we don't get it on our next guess. But I'd rather make sure we're gonna get it right, because if it's not cross or gross and there's another possibility, like dross, this will tell us. Otherwise, it has to be one of those two. So I'm gonna go with Crags. Okay, so it's cross. Okay, I should have just done cross. All right, let's All right, there we go. Adjusted things so you can see it. And the answer is cross. All right. Phew. Few indeed. All right, well, as expected, Slyly and Xylo were not a great start, but we still got it. Just barely, but we managed to get it anyways. So let me know what else besides cross and gross and maybe dross were possible there, if there was anything, and how you did with today's Wordle, and be sure to subscribe for more puzzles.